Yo, what is up, guys? And we are back for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle, and we're gonna go ahead and do some summons. Now, unfortunately, these are not how you say live summons, right? So won't be getting my genuine reactions and things of that nature, but I've got quite a few here going on. So I'm showing off the banner right here. I had other plans where I was going to commentate over it, but we're just going to use this time to kind of talk a little bit about Dokkan, kind of clear the air, air my grievances a little bit. Obviously, we know TEQ hit very, very good, right? I was clicking. STR Blue Kaioken is trash, obviously. Has not aged well at all. So, the banner for TEQ... Let's go ahead and start there. So, the banner for TEQ, Kale, and Caulifla, very good, I mean, in my opinion. So, of all the units on there, the one stinker is Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken. But it's almost hard to even call him that because he has such just a monster leader skill, right? So he's reps of U7 and Universal Survival Saga, which is very good. Now, the thing about that is we just got a really good U6 and Universal Survival Saga leader in TEQ Hit, right? TEQ Hit, probably this is very, very good, by the way. I ended up pulling Fizz Mira for my first multi. Very, very good, man. I did not have one single copy of him, right? So that's pretty good. Now, unfortunately for Mira, Toa, and Demigra, they are not super crazy good, although I will say Mira, I believe he stacks defense, which is, of course, useful, right? If they ever do, like, an artificial life forms or, like, a crossover, sort of run on one of the legendary Goku events, he could be very useful. I believe this is a double screen crack. It is indeed panties off of a hot babe. So let's go ahead and see who we are getting. Now, so the banner, very, very good. Again, TEQ Hit, very, very good leader for the Universal Survival Saga. His EZA is busted. Speaking of busted, dude, Videl, no one remembers about Videl, but Videl's still probably, I don't know, a top 2 or 3 TUR in the game. If you want to, push her down to top 5, if you want to tell me that maybe she's not super usable, I'd be okay with that, right? But Videl, I mean, her power just cannot be argued. She dodges, and she gets super effective against all types, and she gets this monster attack buff when she gets hit. I mean, she was like a big part of the Earthlings no-item run, right? Like, she is a wild girl. So the rest of these summons, right, are primarily going to be Dragon Ball Heroes. So I only did the discounted multis on Kale and Caulifla because, hey, guess what? Sometimes your boy gets tired of old gacha games, right? The actual gacha portion of gacha games, right? So it is Christmas time after all. So, but what I want to do, by the way, I just kind of throwing it out there. I believe that was a long Kamehameha, right? I do want to throw it out there. I do highly think the discounts are worth it. And if you wanted to stop right after that, I would completely understand. I would also understand if you had 0 stones left, right? Because the Dragon Ball Heroes celebration, I must say, in terms of content, not the craziest celebration, but after all, I mean, I feel like Dragon Ball Heroes celebrations aren't real. I don't want to call them like hollow or anything or trash because they're not. There's in Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, a very, very good TUR, by the way. So, but Dragon Ball Heroes celebrations historically have not usually been like the craziest, right? And the big glaring weakness, the big glaring opening, the gaping hole, if you will, in the celebration was no EZAs, right? Now, we did finally get some EZAs. Matter of fact, I'm summoning on the EZA banner on this multi, so I guess a pretty good segue there. Now, the EZA units for the Dragon Ball Heroes, I would dare say all of them. Honestly, like honest to God, all of them are busted. They are all going to be good for a long time to come. The one I would say that maybe is not super impressive to me is the Int Super Saiyan 3 Gohan, which actually coincidentally is the only unit I don't have right off of the EZAs. I was able to pull STR PyCon right here, and then I was able to pull Sealess. That's actually my very first copy of Sealess. On my original account, I actually summoned quite a bit on that banner, and I never ended up pulling Sealess, so that is the very first copy I've ever pulled of him. And then, of course, Super Saiyan 3 Trunks here. Pretty good right when he activates his guard, but he does, he raises defense and shit, so he's pretty good, man, especially when he activates his guard. He is quite good. you know, STR, the Super Pycon, he could certainly be useful. Again, if they do some of these like Battle of Wits, you know, on the long event, you know, the Legendary Goku event, or if they're doing a Battle of Wits for an Infinite Dragon Ball History stage, you know, what have you. So those discounted multis, I would say, again, if you're spending money on the game, I would say that they're probably worth it. But otherwise, I don't even know if you summoned at all on Dragon Ball Heroes. But the thing about these units, why I've been kind of a little bit pessimistic about the Dragon Ball Heroes celebration, is that they do them once a year. And I know that that kind of makes them like high collector's value kind of thing, but, you know, at the same time, it's like the cards, because power creep is so insane, the cards just kind of lose their usability after a while. I mean, think of how far we've come. Think of the scaling of difficulty. You pulled both, you know, two of the old Fusions units there, right? But think of the scaling of like the OG Legendary Goku event compared to the GT Legendary Goku event, or on JP, if you play JP, the Legendary Vegeta event, right? I mean, the OG Legendary Goku event is completely not real. It's like it's realistic, but also I would dare say it's pretty easy to clear that completely free to play, right? Just all farmable units you can go ahead and clear that with. So that was my big problem with some of these Heroes units, is that you have a unit like Golden Metal Cooler, right? Golden Cooler, or no, I'm sorry, just Golden Cooler, not Metal Cooler. Hopefully we get a Golden Metal Cooler. Shout out to the homie Goresh, of course. But Golden Cooler, man, I mean, he's pretty solid, I would say, for a support unit. I mean, he is a support unit after all. Another Gohanks there. But, I mean, are you running Golden Cooler in difficult content? The answer is hell no, dude. Hell no. He's going to need to raise defense, or greatly raise defense, or stack defense, or something like that to make him realistic at all. And then maybe make him a 2-key 30% or 2-key 40% leader on his EZA. At the very least, now they finally got that monkey off their back where they're dropping EZAs for some of these units, which makes them, it makes these banners a little bit more worth summoning on, in my opinion. Now, the other piece to this, right? So you've got these units that are busted. Baby Janemba comes to mind, right? Oh, Meki Kabura, by the way. Speaking of busted, I was very excited when I pulled that. Shout out to the homie DBZ Blaze. I think he finally pulled Meki Kabura after about 5,000 stones or something like that. It was something like that. He's a real whale. But some of these units, man, you know, Baby Janemba comes to mind. The TEQ Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, dude. Like, some of these EZAs, dude, are just redonkulous. Which, again, units like Metal Cooler and some of these units that even like Int Darkness Toe or something, like, you're not probably running her in difficult content. I mean, you might be able to get away with it, but you'd have to hide her pretty good. Same thing with Metal Cooler. Those are just the ones that come to mind, right? But, you know, you have units like Xeno Pan, God Trunks. I think God Trunks is going to be viable in the years to come. Now, obviously, right now, obviously the Xeno, Goku, and Vegeta, very, very good support units. Really, really solid for the long event, right? Greatly stacking attack and defense and such. But I think that a lot of these units are going to be good for years to come. I was talking about Trunks, God Trunks, right? When they start dropping some of these other units, like the Evolution Blue Gogeta, for instance, like obviously he's going to be on Realm of Gods, right? You'll have like the UI Goku, who the Grand Priest outfit UI Goku, right? That would be a big seller for me. I absolutely adore UI Goku and Evolution Blue Gogeta, by the way. So I absolutely adore those units. Another dupe there of the Super Saiyan Xeno Goku, right? So, and then there's another copy of Gohan. I think I ended up rainbowing him. So, honestly, I gotta say, the Super Saiyan 3 Xeno Gotenks and the Gohanks, not the wildest units, but once you kind of get them going, they can be pretty effective. They can like triple super, they can like triple raise their defense and stuff, but all of these units hinge on Dragon Ball Heroes units, which is why I was talking about God Trunks. You know, when we finally get some Realm of Gods based Heroes units, that's going to be very, very good for him. Of course, like they did stick Meki Kabura on Realm of Gods. Very, very good, right? That's a really good thing. So, and some of these other units, right? I'm trying to think of other Heroes units, right? Oh, yeah, the Evolution Blue Controlled Berserk, you know, that really ridiculously long name Vegeta, right? Like, he'll be coming to the game at some point, right? So, like, a lot of these units, For whatever reason, they decide to do the collabs a year behind. I don't really know what the purpose is for that, but maybe, I guess, just to push some of the older cards or whatever. I really don't have a good answer. I think the next step is very, very simple for these hero celebrations, right? The next step is you got to drop a Dokkan Fest or you have to drop an LR. To me, that's the next step, right? That you did the Easy A thing, which, again, is very good for the longevity of the heroes units. And again, it makes them a little bit more worth summoning on. So this gal is ridiculous too, right? Supreme Kaiotime brainwashed. Is she a Realm of Gods? She should be, right? So that'll be really, really good for God Trunks moving forward as well. I mean, you look at that. I mean, you've already got a few units on there for him. So I was really happy to pull that brainwashed Supreme Kai of Time. She actually is kind of ridiculous when you get all of her conditions to activate. So let me know what you think of all the Dragon Ball Heroes stuff. One other thing I wanted to go over, and I don't really have answers, so I'm going to go ahead and just pose the question. It's like, what? I don't really know. What is Dokkan doing? In terms of the timeline, because there are two very distinct reasons why players play on Global. I mean, I guess three. Number one being able to read, right? Because not everyone can just read Japanese. Very good pull there, by the way. The second one would be discounts / tickets, right? Obviously, like the TEQ Caulifla banner, for instance. And then the third one would be this foresight ability that JP does not have. It affords us opportunities to, save stones, go more ham on one banner than the other. So I don't really know. Like, they are really fucking with the schedule, man. I do not know what they are doing. Where is the sub Easy A for Fizz Kefla? She's like one of the hypest parts of the celebration. And here we are, man. There's no indication that we're getting her. We're getting Tech Hit, but it's not for a week until after the banners drop. Like, I don't really know what they're trying to do here. Maybe they'll do another little small data download, and maybe it'll all be for naught, right? Maybe they'll just drop them both at the same time. That would make sense. But, like, why are they splitting up these celebrations, man? I just don't really get what they're trying to do here. I really don't. Like, we won't be getting Janemba probably until January. By all accounts, we will probably be getting Super Vegeta come January. It's just weird, man. Like, it's just really weird. They skipped over Super Vegeta for TEQ Caulifla and Caulifla, dude. And I don't really understand. But I'm running out of time here. I'm running out of footage. So slap a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're new. And I will catch you in the next one. Later.